Are there those that incarnate, that come from non-physical to physical, that have specific intent to be something within the physical? So I'm speaking specifically of when we look at within
Am I ever born with momentum on a subject? Yes.
Okay. Got it. So anything from a musical prodigy to someone with intellectual pursuits. To
everything with everything. Because you come forth as a balance in order to promote the whole.
But how do we choose from non-physical where we're carving out our space in physical, or do we?
You don't, because you trust the process so.
Yeah.
Because from the non-physical, you're focused upon the non-tangible, non-expressible, non-word vibration. At seminar before last, we ended with no words. Just projected a true emotion of fun. And Esther interpreted it with hysterical laughter. It embarrassed her when she watched the playback of it a little bit. But we were wanting to make the point that when you are trading in the frequencies or in the currency of vibration, that it is the emotion of it that is at the basis of it. That's what you're reaching for. Emotion is the purest component of vibration. Everything else is a further manifestation of it, but at the heart of it, at the purest form of it, is emotion.
Okay. So those individuals that want to excel at something particular, like let's say, for instance, anything from athletics to school, is it that they've lined up with that emotion and knowing of that they can do it if they wanted to?
Let us see if we can define your question a little more broadly.
Okay.
Do we come into this physical body with intentions already established? Yes, but they are, for the most part, general intentions. As you sift through the details of your life, you are exposed to the variety that then helps you to frame your further desires. So you pick those intentions up along your physical trail.
Okay.
If you are aware of your emotional integrity, then you don't get off on very many wild goose chases, because there just are things that have the potential of satisfying those emotional endeavors or intentions better than others. You see, happiness is possible under all conditions, and success is possible under all conditions. But finding something that suits you, let's start in another place. We didn't talk about this today, but if you've been listening to us for a while, you've heard it many times. We're going to apply it specifically to this question. So you were source energy before you came into this physical body, and a part of you came here, and the larger part of you remained non-physical vibration. So here you are in your physical body, sifting through, knowing what you don't want, knowing what you do want. And this sifting process is really at the heart of what you're talking about here, because through that's when you sort of discover what feels best to you and who you are, what you don't want, what you do want, what you don't want, what you do want, on all levels of your being. We could spend days and days and days just talking about what that sifting process affords you. But just on an emotional basis, you know how you want to feel. You're putting a lot of how you want to feel. You want to feel successful, and you want to feel necessary, and you want to feel important to the equations, and you want to feel powerful. You want to feel satisfied. You want to feel happy. Right. You want to feel necessary is not the best word, but you want to feel significant because you came with great reason. You want to tune to all of that power that is there. And so as life helps you to find pieces of that, you throw those pieces into your vortex. Only now you assign to them characteristics of a physical nature, that you weren't able to assign from the non-physical perspective, because it takes that individual sifting and sorting. You see, source energy is not remaining in non-physical and choosing for you what you will be, do, or have once you get into your physical body. Source is understanding the emotional nature of who you are and knowing that this is a whole new platform and a whole new buffet and a whole new potential path for you to choose from, because you are expanding. You are not regurgitating life. You're taking what is and moving it forward. You are not just repeating it, you see. So as you come into this physical body, and you are sifting and sorting through life, you are defining how you want to feel. You're defining who you want to be and how you want to feel and what you want to have and what you want to do. You're defining all of that and putting that into the vortex. So then, as you find ways to manage your emotions so that you are more of the time feeling appreciation and less of the time feeling anger, more of the time feeling exhilaration and less of the time feeling worried about something, more of the time feeling eager and less of the time feeling discouraged. As you keep those momentums going more, then you allow yourself to reach into your vortex that you've created, that you've put each and every component into it, both before this physical experience and since. But it's the since part that we want to talk about. It's all of those pieces that you put there. What makes you want to be an athlete? What makes you want to be a painter? What makes you want to be a philosopher? What is it that makes you, in this balance of humanity, choose the pieces that you choose?
Contrast?
It is the contrast. It is the contrast that helps you to make those decisions. But we got to say to you, and this is what you're driving at, there was momentum in the non-physical energy of that which is you before you ever got into this physical body. That if you are able to find consistent, positive emotion within yourself, you will discover the path that was intended by you, for you, before you came into this physical body. And that is the path that will satisfy you the most.
The path of positive emotions.
So the question is, how broad is that path? How narrow is that path? Well, it's broader than you want to believe that it is, because the potential for satisfaction crosses just about everything that you can imagine in terms of subject matter. But you just can't get around it. If you can find a way to get happy, you'll tap into who you were before you were born and what you wanted before you were born, and then you'll pick up along the physical trail all the components that you picked up, and you're going to live a really dynamic, happy life in this physical experience, pulling from the palette of this life experience, you see. These are high-flying times. The probabilities and potentials of manifestation today are very different than they were 10 years ago, just because of what's going on with technology. In other words, you are in a whole new revolution of potential, you see. And yet the source within you knew about that probability even before you got here. Not the details of it, but the probabilities of it. So you're ready for whatever this time-space reality can inspire within you. You could get an inspiration today, get focused upon it, and live as happily ever after as if you followed out an intention that you set in motion before you came into this physical body. Does that put that into perspective?
Very much
That's
so.
really the answer that we want you to hear.
Okay.
You're giving birth to ideas and desires so powerfully right now in this time-space reality that when you line up with them, your happiness is assured. Ooh, we really like that.
Yeah. Very much.
So, and that leads us into our favorite new analogy that we've just been waiting for an opportunity to stick in here. And this is the perfect place for it. So let's just do this and then we'll continue, because we're on a really good track here. The pond in Texas was cloudy, not functioning well. And Esther couldn't see the fish, and she couldn't see the bottom of the pond, and she knew something was wrong. So people came out and they put in a new filter, and that didn't help. And then they discovered that the pipes that were putting the water back into the pond after it had been drawn out and filtered were clogged with Texas hard caliche clay soil, like concrete. And so a lot of effort was applied at trying to clear out the pipes, and to no avail. And so it was determined that the path of least resistance was to just lay some new pipes. So they put them right on top of the ground at first, just to make sure that their theory was accurate, and the pond began clearing right away. So they just buried the new pipes, and now the pond is so clear. A friend said you could see a nickel in the bottom of that pond, and you could tell if it was heads up or tails up, and you can. The pond is crystal clear. So it leads us to this discussion on, do you really want to take all the time to try to chisel all the caliche out of your old pipes? And your old pipes are the belief systems that you've picked up along your physical trail, when it is so simple to just lay new pipes and just get it flowing well. And so we really don't want you to spend too much time trying to figure out who you were born to be and what you were meant to do. We just want you to stand right where you are and just lay some new pipes between where you are and where you want to be. It is such an easy thing to do. You have the support and expertise and attention and clarity and brilliance, genius and harmony of the entire universe at your disposal. It's just a matter of defining where you want to be from where you are. And also it helps if you will add this one strong, clear understanding that we're hoping to foster within you in these hours today. And it's going to be fun. From where I am to where I want to be is going to be fun. It's going to be easy and it's going to be fun. It's going to be easy and it's going to be fun. It's being fun. It's being fun and it's being easy. It's being fun and it's being easy. It's being clarifying. It's being fulfilling. It's being satisfying. It's being fun. It's being fun. Life bees fun for me. It bees fun. Life bees fun for me. It bees fun. It bees fun all the time. It bees fun. It bees fun.
Yeah. May I ask one other quick question?
Certainly.
Thank you.
Did you really like that analogy?
That was fantastic. That was great. Yeah.
It will set you free.
Yeah.
It will set you free. You're having a discussion with someone, that same old discussion that you have over and over and over again. You say, wait, I can see my pipes are clogged. And there's just no point in having this discussion any further. Plus, this discussion is increasing momentum and clogging the pipes further. So if you don't mind, I never want to have this conversation with you again. They won't like it, but if that's your answer every time, they'll stop having that conversation with you. When you're consistent, when you don't go there, then you'll lay new pipes. And it'll bring a whole lot of new family and friends.
I like that.